Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing a clean with me specifically in my kitchen. So you can see here that it is a little bit of a state. I am slightly embarrassed to show this on the internet, but I just want to be real with you. So this is what my kitchen looked like after sort of a couple of days of using it and not having time to clear up after. You can see I've got loads of recycling, I've got loads of pots to wash, and there's all crumbs over the side, which I think is the worst. So first things first, I like to get the big jobs out the way that make the kitchen look cleaner quicker. So that is of course washing up. I'm just using this one from Aldi. I'm not too specific about which washing up liquid I use, but this is just the one that I had in. I also always wear these marigolds. Now I wear these just to protect my skin and nails as I'm doing the washing up, particularly today because I was wearing instant tan. And by the way, if you notice my outfit, no, I do not normally dress like this to do my cleaning, but I was in between going out and my daughter went down for a nap, and I just thought, you know what, I am dying to get this kitchen done, so I am just gonna crack on. You'll notice I use a scourer, and also I'll use a Dishmatic just to get into any bits that I can't reach to the bottom of with the scourer alone. Then once all my washing up is done, I will take out the recycling. Again, just taking this out means that it looks quicker, cleaner if you like. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to do this in one trip, so I like to carry as much as I can. And I had the camera as well, so I was pretty much dropping these everywhere, but still we got it done. Then I moved on to cleaning, so I use one of these, which is like the Minky, but it's the cheaper version from B&M, and I have to admit that I prefer these ones. The rougher side is a bit rougher, so what I'm showing here is I'm going to use some just soapy water and the scourer side to clean the surfaces of the cupboards first, and then I'm going to use the pink softer side with zflora just to anti-bac the surfaces and to also make the kitchen smell really nice. Now I'm putting on these are my cleaning gloves, but I look very clinical in them, admittedly. I lost my marigolds, so I have two types of marigolds. I have one set that I do the dishes with and one set that I do the housework in, but I couldn't find them anywhere, so I just had to put these ones on, unfortunately. So I apologise for looking like a clinician or a dentist if any of you don't like those. So yeah, I just go ahead and wipe all the kitchen cupboards down. My tumble dryer and washing machine is in the kitchen, and of course they also get splashed up, so I do just wipe these down. As you can see, I'm doing it with the rough grey side first, and of course I'm also wiping the fridge down and just getting rid of any marks that I can see. I also like to give the handles a good clean because of course that is where we're going to be touching, and it does get a little bit dirty. Now I have to get a chair to reach the top of my cupboard, so that's what I'm doing there. I do like to make sure that I get to the top of the cupboards, and I also like to make sure that I give the handles a good clean. Again, just because you know that these are going to be touched a lot and they do get a bit, they get fingerprints on and stuff, so it's nice to just give those a clean. And I also give the bottom of the cupboards a clean as well. Again, just because you're cooking, steam and stuff gets up there, and we also have a George Foreman and a toaster under those cupboards, so I just like to make sure that there is no grease at all. Now you can see that I'm going in with the zflora. So this is a fig scent. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. Actually, I don't think it's zflora, I think it's Fabulosa. It is amazing. I would have shown you earlier in the video. I really recommend this scent for this time of year. Again, I'm just going through all the cupboards, and I'm just making sure that of course I'm cleaning my cloth as I go. So if you keep seeing me pop off screen, that is why. So I'm just doing the same on this side, getting all the marks off with the rough side before going in with my Fabulosa antibacterial. Like I said earlier, I do give the washing machine a wipe down as well, just because obviously there isn't a cupboard over the top of it, so it does get splashed up too. And again, just wiping under the cupboards. Of course, the kettle is there, and again, just the cooking steam coming from the hob. We do have an extractor fan, but still, I just like to make sure that there is no dirt underneath the cupboards. And again, just going in with my antibacterial. Now I'm moving on to cleaning the microwave, and the best way that I've found to do this is to fill a bowl half full with water and then add in about 1/3 of a cup of white vinegar. Then all you have to do is pop this in the microwave for a couple of minutes. If you've got really tough stains, I would recommend putting it in for a bit longer, maybe 5 minutes, and the steam obviously loosens and softens all of the dirt inside the microwave, making it a lot more easy to wipe. Now you'll see there's like a dark mark around the ring. Now that isn't dirt on my microwave, I have to admit. It's getting a bit old and a bit rusty, but I still like to make sure that it's really nice and clean. And as the microwave is working its magic, I just go and put the clean pots away. Then just taking another minky style cloth, using the rough side just to scrub away any food residue or dirt that is in the microwave. Now you can use the water that you had in the bowl if you want to keep it nice and natural. I was just using the soapy detergent water to give it a good clean. Next, moving on to the hob, and I use the pink stuff for the hob. I really like using the pink stuff in the kitchen instead of Cif, just because I think it's 95% natural ingredients, something like that, whereas Cif is a lot more chemically. I like to use Cif in the bathroom though, because it is white based, and I do find the pink stuff a little bit difficult to get rid of, like the colour of it in the bath, the residue. So I use the pink stuff in the kitchen and Cif in the bathroom. So I'm just giving the hob a really good scrub with the pink stuff. I lather it up and give the more stubborn parts a extra scrub. Now the very satisfying bit of rubbing it all off. Again, I'll just use the smooth side of the minky to do that. And I will just give anywhere another scrub down if I feel like I've missed some, and then I'll just buff it away with a little bit of kitchen roll. Now I usually use elbow grease on the splashback for everyday cleaning, but as this is a little bit deeper than an everyday clean, I'm going in again with the pink stuff. This works really well to get rid of any stubborn grease marks. Again, just cleaning the cloth and giving it a wipe over with the microfiber side of the minky. I find it so satisfying watching the pink stuff disappear. And again, just giving it a buff with the kitchen paper, just so that there's no watermarks or anything left over, and so that it's nice and shiny. If anybody can suggest a good cloth to buff with, please let me know in the comments below. Next, I move on to just cleaning the surfaces. What I like to do is clean the appliances first, especially around here. You can see the toaster and the bread bin, and they cause a lot of breadcrumbs, so I just like to knock any breadcrumbs off there first, and then I'll give the sides a wipe, catching any bits as I go. I also like to go behind all of these sort of kitchen appliances, again just because of the crumbs caused by the toaster. Just want to make sure that I'm getting rid of all of those and giving the splashback a good clean. Now I have to admit, my appliances are matte black, and I feel like they show all the marks up. I feel like in the future, when I rebuy my appliances, I don't think I'll get another black ones, because I feel like I have to give them a really, really good clean to make them look clean. I feel like sometimes I clean them and they don't look like they have been, so I'm definitely going to change those into the future, maybe to white. I did quite like the ones in B&M that I showed you on my recent Come Shop With Me video. Love the marble, and I feel like it'd go in the kitchen. And again, I'll just dry everything off with a piece of kitchen towel, just so that there's no watermarks. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side, just making sure that there's no bits or any marks on the worktops. So you can see how I work in the kitchen. So generally I will go in with water and detergent, make sure the thickest of the marks and crumbs are up, and then once I've done that and removed any bits, I will go in with zflora spray just to anti-bac the surfaces and also make the kitchen smell really nice. And I'll also just buff things off with kitchen roll. I have to admit my kettle could have done with a D-scale, but I didn't have any of the stuff in, so I just had to make do with wiping it down today. Next we're moving on to cleaning the sink. I'm just going to show you a quick clip, and I have to admit it did not look great. So yeah, I really wanted to do that. So again, I'm using the pink stuff and just buffering that in. I like to use a lot of the pink stuff, and then afterwards I just rinse the cloth and make sure that I get rid of all the cleaning product residue. The easiest way to do it is to literally just move the tap over and just push the residue into the sink. And then again, I just buff with a little bit of kitchen roll, and then you won't see because my camera was playing up, but I did also do that side of the sink as well, and also making sure to do the tap too. And then I moved on to the drying rack. This was very difficult to do with one hand, but I had a good go before I put the camera down and did it properly. And then the final bit is I just put all my cleaning products away, and I've just got to do the floor and the windowsill. Now I don't know about you, but I do love a clean windowsill. I don't know why, but it makes me really happy. And of course chucking the minkies into the washer so that I can reuse them. So for the next part I'm going to use these antibacterial wipes. These are from Aldi and these are absolutely amazing. These are even better than, well, they are better than any branded wipes that I've had. They actually stay wet as you're wiping, they don't dry out quickly at all. So yeah, just giving the windowsill a good wipe down, making sure that I get rid of any splash marks. And then I also just give what's on the windowsill a quick wipe down with the anti-bac wipes as well. They don't actually leave smear, so I'm more than happy to do the vase with these wipes. Is anybody else? I also wipe down my hand wash. I don't know why I do that, but I just feel like it keeps it looking nice, neat and clean. And then just wiping down at the clock as well. I do love that clock. We got that as a gift. And also our little Dotty, again, that was a gift. And then I'll just go ahead and use the anti-bac wipes to clean down the bin. Now I've got to admit, I didn't realise all those splash marks were on the wall until I started editing this video, so I had to go back to the kitchen and give those a wipe down. I just did those with an anti-bac wipe. And I also use these anti-bac wipes on the floor. I feel like if it's a small space, sometimes it's just easier to clean, you know, just with sort of on your hands and knees with a wipe than it is to get a mop out. And that is it. The kitchen is looking lovely and sparkly and so much better than it did earlier. I was so happy with it when it was done. I think this took me just over an hour and my baby was asleep throughout, so I couldn't have been happier. As you can see, there's still even white marks on the hobs and no crumbs, so much better. I think that was well deserving of a cup of tea, which I have here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.